about the different kinds of religious aspect related towards the different kinds of society in the early times of this one. In that regard, in today's class we will be going to have a look on the different kinds of megalith, what it means, how in detail about this one. Lesson 17, Religion and Society. In early times. So this is what about the lesson we were discussing, and today's class will be going to have a look on about the megalith, what it means, how it is. They are all in detail about the particular aspect of worshipping. Till now we have been saw presently how they used to worship all the related part. Now we will be going to have a look on the places where they have been worshipping the dead persons towards the dead. How in detail about this one? Textual page of 148. Worshipping dead ancestor the megalith of the Deccan. The megalith of the Deccan Valley. So this is what today's topic we will be going to have a look on, the worshipping the dead ancestors and megalith of the Deccan place. So what does here this megalith or these particular aspect what we have been going to know in this lesson regarding related towards worshipping to the dead ancestors, how they used to pray, for what purpose, all this we will be going to know. So worshipping is completely, it is been going to pray, that means the person who has been died, expired, and ancestors here it is been going to relate with the forefathers, generations, and coming to know about the megalith. Megalith has been stone burials. Deccan part here means it goes to the South India. Deccan part in South India. Megalith means stone burials. Stone burials covered by huge rock. Covered by huge rocks. This will be getting to know in your textbook part. I'll just show you. Here ancestors means here their forefathers. Fathers, basically generations. This is what. So here when everyone knows in our daily life, when a person is going to get expired of one particular family, they will be doing all the religious activities like anniversaries, will do what, offering the prayers, anniversaries will be doing what. So same like here, like how we when a person is being expired, our forefathers generations like grandfather, great grandfather, they have been expired, they will do out their anniversary, like some kind of ritual aspect. That is what about your forefathers worship. So in this regard, megalith. What is megalith? A stone burial. When a person is being basically here we are not going to deal about when a person is being died. They were not used to burn the person. They used to bury the person in soil, like burying out. They will dig up the complete soil map. They will bury the body. This already we have been discussed. When a person is going to die, along with that person they used to bury the objects, like a cavalry, horse, something or the other object which they believe that after their life, means after the death, the one more the life they begins up. So that object will be get little bit helpful or useful to that particular person. So when a person is being get like this has been completely mud type, there the person this is complete soil. If we can say about here, this is the land being completely existing of soil. So in this particular part of the soil, they will dig up, they will dug up this complete part of the soil. So after digging up here, they will completely under this ground up here, they will put the dead body here, and this will be get covered with the help of this stone burial. This basically the stones. These stones, they will be here the dead body. Dead body here, it will be of stones. So this stone shapes, it will be like big rectangular aspect, or like being a cube-like structure, rectangular type, or round over like these are stones are different kinds of big. They used to cover and they used to build. So in this way, this we have been finding out in the Deccan part. In the South India part, we have been finding out this type of megalithic, where megalithic is very big stones. Where the person has been get buried, it will be there that tomb. Basically, we will be seeing out in the graveyards where the person has been get buried, they will be get covered with the help of stone, the big aspect. So this is what has been found out in this Deccan part of India. Megaliths are built with the stone boulders. Megalith means big stone. Just now I said, what is mean megalith here means in simple terms, it means go with a big stone. So it goes with the big stones, the boulders, and these boulders are carefully arranged by people and raised to mark the burial sites. The practice of erecting the megaliths began around 3000 years ago and was prevalent throughout the Deccan, basically in the South India, in the north and northeast and Kashmir. So these places where it being get started, this kind of megaliths, it was when get started around emerged started in the period of from the period of 3000 years before. So this was when get started. So all where it is will get finding out. So first place in the Deccan part it is will get finding out. Then other places it is of northeast. So in this northeast where here it goes to the Kashmir. So all these places these megaliths has been found out. Deccan part means South India part, northeastern part means the Kashmir place where this kind of megalith stone boulders it is been get found out by the archaeological excavations finding out. So in this regard of the aspect, what are the things they have been doing of related? So when a person is been get expired, they used to bury, and the stone, big stones they used to erect. Erect means just supposing out they mark that place as a burial site where the person has been get buried. Once a megalith burials can be seen on the surface, several are underground. Sometimes archaeologists find a circle of stone boulders or a single large stone standing on the ground. These are the only indication that there are burials beneath. Sometimes megalith contain more than one skeleton. This indicates the people perhaps belong to the same family, were buried in the same place, though not at the same time. So one more thing archaeologists what they have to find out, these are the different kinds of stones I said. These are the types of stones. Types of stones. So what are the types of stone? Rectangle. Here it goes with the semicircle. This one oval. So these are the shapes where they have been buried. So these all the things how we have been getting to know is we are about this one we have been getting to know through the archaeological excavations finding about by the people archaeologists. One more thing we have been finding out in this place of this as been said no, this place the person is been get this one he has been get buried. Suppose this here family of this dead hunter-gatherers or some 10 years before, same within the family, one of the family member has already expired. This is the place. So what they used to do, instead of going for the new place to dig up this place to bury this one, instead of this new place, they used to dug up this person's dead body already in the soil. If the body is been kept yes, the body start decomposing. The complete flesh, bones, all it will be basically the skin. Everything will be starting decomposing. So many years before, when a person's family, like here for example, in a family, one family member has been expired some 10 years or 5 years before. From the same family, one more person has been expired. So what they used to do, again they used to search for the new place, they used to bury. They may used to bury in the new place, but sometimes because that is of same family, what they used to do, they used to dig up this already what they have been buried with persons. They dig up that place and the skeleton part will be left over, the bones. So that they used to keep it aside. Again, that the person who has been expired, that person's dead body they used to bury under the soil. So in this regard, these archaeological people has been finding out, like together many of these skeletons from one particular megalithic burials. Not at the same time. After years and years of the same family, they used to bury out. So in this regard, this type of megalithic aspect, these has been found out by the archaeological excavations to finding out. Now, all these burials have some common features. What are the common features? Generally, the dead were buried with distinctive parts which are called black or red way. Many tools and weapons of the iron and sometimes buried skeletons of the horses, horse equipments and ornaments of the gold, stone are also found beneath these boulders. So what are the common features? Just now I have said, when a person is being get buried, along with that person, something or the other object they used to bury with that one. They believe that after the death, one more new life it has been going to get begins. So with that one, the objects are been getting useful. So every time this particular one other megalith. So every person, every family persons who have been get buried, something or the other they used to bury the objects. So common features. Features of buried, features objects what they used to bury along with the dead body. So what it includes here in this one, in this regard, they used to have the distinctive pots, very unique pots. Distinctive pots. So these pots will be having the coloring, like two types of colorways. One is of the black and another is about the red way. Like integrated pots, different kinds of unique type of pots, designs, so that they used to bury. Next one here, it goes with tools. Then again it goes with the weapons. Then again you can have, they used to bury weapons of iron, then horse skeleton or horse equipments. Then at the same time we also found the ornaments, jewelry, ornaments. All these are the objects they used to bury along with the dead person. Some of the intricate type of pots, different types of design, the use of big ones, small, how according to their thinking, their knowledge about that they used to bury. And that will be the black color or red color. Then different kinds of tools, weapons made with the copper or weapons made with the iron, so that weapons they used to bury. And horse skeleton or the horse equipments like cavalry, these things. And at the same time, different kinds of ornaments, means jewelry related. These jewelry is related with the gold, or it has been going to get related with the stones, making of the objects. It seems that these watching to worship the dead ancestors of the tribe by building such megalithic memorials or burials. So what is here? These ancestors, they were megaliths means these megaliths were the first persons to use more of the iron objects. What are the uses? The main objects they started doing here means they started using out of very firstly unique one. What they have done? They started using the first to use the in the Asian subcontinent. These iron ores weapons what they made with the help of iron. They have been considered as these are the people who have been very firstly and mostly use the iron tools weapons. And at the same time they started doing the cultivation, rice cultivation with the help of tank irrigation agricultural as well. So these megaliths, they believe that these people, they consider it is very important to worship their ancestors by constructing this such kind of megalithic burials to wash to their family persons' tribes. Same like this is an early period of time how they did out. Presently in today's world also we do worship the dead ancestors, the person from our family who has been expired, like our grandfather, grandparents, paternal or maternal, or any of the family members. We do worship out there by performing the death anniversaries, the birth anniversary. There is something of the related. We do we worship these such kind of the dead persons of the family. Either will like in our religion we do go to the graveyard where the persons have been get buried. In the graveyards where we will offer the prayers together, feeding the persons. So same like in different religions, different ideas still been existing towards the way of worshipping to their ancestors. So here you can have a look on figures A, B, C, D. And this one the different kinds of aspect how it is been get buried, different kinds of stones. Here A. Then here it goes with the B, here it goes with here C and D. So here this A type of stones like you can find out no, this being completely type of the persons they have been used to get buried. Then here B like a rectangle, this big stone standing on a place. Then C like oval type the stones. Then last D, this is what? This has been completely soil underground or semicircle type. So this is what the types of the stones they have megaliths has been found out by this archaeological excavations finding. So for A, what is called as terracotta scorpigo, Eleshwara in Nalgonda, this has been found out. This is scorpigo aspect. Then B, this is called as menhir, like standing structure. This is called as menhir, and C is dolmen type. This is the dolmen, and this semicircle it is been called as stone circle. So these are the variations which is been get finded out by these archaeological excavations finding. Now these two now inbox questions. So does your family worship or show reference to the ancestor? Find out which of your ancestors are worshipped, both male, female. Share it within your class. So here as we have been get shown or been known, like as we said, so we do worship our forefathers, generations who have been expired. So we do not consider like male or the female. It is being considered as a family member who has been expired. We do worship to these ancestors or family members. So here the figure A, like terracotta scorpigo, Eleshwara, Nalgonda and district, the A figure has been found out, the type of stones. B, like this rectangular structure which is been known as menhir, which is being found out in Devakuti and Warangal place of our state. Then C, dolmen type of megalithic burial, Koshinapalli, Rupnagar. So this dolmen type, this basically has semicircle. It has been get found. And the last D figure, it is about the stone circles, definitive village in Warangal. So these are the places basically in our state we do have been find out these megalithic aspects. Now megaliths of Telangana. So in our state we are going to find out where it is been get existing up. So megalith in these megaliths in the south part of Deccan, we will be going to get to know So we will be going to know in Deccan, South India of our state. In Telangana, which districts where we are going to find out this kind of megalithic. A large number of burial sites has been found out near the hill streets, irrigation tanks, almost all type of megalithic monuments like many or a large dressed rock, stone circles, dolmens were located in hundreds of places in all the districts of Telangana. So the pictures given below. So just now I have been said about in our state Telangana, we do find out these megalithics of all the shapes like rectangular. This is called as mahali, and semicircle is been known as dolmens, and oval shape it has been a half circle, it has been known as stone circles. So all this has been found out in the open spaces, places like agricultural fields, irrigation tanks, all these they have been found out, and in all the districts of our state. So all we do have 33 districts. So all in these 33 districts, we do find out these kind of megaliths in our state. Megalithic burial contain a large variety of pottery like black and red, the black polished and iron objects, handmade clay on stone sarcophagi or containers, remains of the dead body and importance were found in some burial sites. So with this through archaeological excavations, again here also they have in overall general we have been finding out like these objects they used to find out. But coming to our state Telangana, in our Telangana also by archaeological excavations finding out what are the things we been getting out in the districts. We do find out like different kinds of pots, pottery, clay with the help make these pots they used to make with the clay. Like how presently we do earthenware pots, all this that has been finding out. Same again red and black color. Then handmade clay objects, pottery. Then at the same time, some these megalithics they have been finding out these dead body, the skeletons, parts. At the same time, they also been finding out different kinds of objects like iron object, tools. All these objects, how they used to bury. The same thing in our state also we do find it out. These kind of in the burial aspects of megalith of our state. Now next comes here about the new questions in the age of Janapadas and cities. So here we will be going to have a look on new questions. What are the new questions? Like till now we have been saw about this religion and society in the early period of time. So from that period of time, now it started with the Janapadas. In empires we have been getting to know Janapadas, what it means. In the previous session also, in this session also we have been so understanding civilization where Jana, a group of people. Jana means basically a group of people who have been living together at one particular place. So these people when they have been started emerging up, they started new questions. So what are the new questions arising? Because one Jana, one group of people, other Jana, other group of people, other Janas like 3-4 they used together and coming together we known as Mahajanapadas. In that regard, they started arising of the new questions. So what are the new questions? Like suppose when you are going to meet a new friend or if you are going to visit to a new place, you will try to get to know like what is the space, what is the importance of this space, what is the unique feature. So like in your classes, new questions, new lessons have been started or something or the other means you will be having the eagerness to get the new questions. So same like here also, when one Jana people, second Jana, third or fourth they came together, they started arising the questions. So who are those means? Janas means the people belongs to hunter-gatherers, some are herders, some are artisans. So when all of them started mixing up the religious ideas, their question arising, these all the things have been get started. So in that regard, what happens after that, what we need to do with our whom they have been worshipping. So in that regard, in this regard, we do have one of the example of Yama, the lord of the death. In that Nishiketa question arising, then Gautama Buddhas. So what actually exists out in our life, which cannot be get perish, which cannot be get spoiled. How? In detail, we'll be going to know. Then next thing comes your Parivrajakaas. Who are those Parivrajakaas? Like nomad, wanderers, persons, all this. Now here in this regard, will be going to have a look on these two. What we can see basically the religious reformers. Like the same this Parivrajaka's. Parivrajaka's are the wanderers who will be going to get to know what is to get the right answer. So in that regard, we will be going to have about two case studies. One is about Vardhamana Mahavira, founder of the Jainism, and the other is about the Lord Buddha, the founder of the Buddhism religion. About these two Parivrajaka's, to their what question they got, to that question they want the answer. For that answer, what they did, how they attained the answer. So all in detail, we will be going to get discussed in the tomorrow's class, basically the next class. So everyone just have a look on this, the red ancestors, megaliths. You need to get asked your parents about the red ancestors, how they have been worshipping. So once again, I will be showing to you out in the figures this A, B, C, D. In this type of the aspect, they have been finding out. Like sometimes we do find out in the outskirts of the cities this kind of big stones who have it has been standing on the empty land, the grass fields. There nowadays presently we do not we very rare we do have been finding out, but this we can been getting to know this kind of the stones which have been standing like a tall structure, and in some villages or the open skirts of the places, this such kind of this stone circles we have been finding out. So these such kind of megaliths has been finding out by the archaeological excavations finding. So everyone just have a look on these up to from your page number 143 to page number 149. Everyone go through your textual reading, and in tomorrow's class, which is basically in the next class, we will just going to get sum up of this lesson, what are the new questions that have been arising, how the life it is, what will happen after the life, what will happen after the death. So there have been Parivrajaka's who have been imagining to get to know the answers. So in that regard, we will be going to have a look on two Parivrajaka's, the wanderers, about Gautama Buddha and Lord Mahavira, the founders of the Jainism and founders of the Buddhism. So this in detail we will go with your textual reading, and tomorrow's next class will be trying to get sum up of this lesson up. Thank you.